Hello, in this video we're going to walk through the consumer registration flow, and as a high level, this is basically where users, public users on your website can register for an account and then immediately sign into that account and start placing orders. So to walk through the flow a little bit, the first step would be obviously the user would fill out a registration form that you have on the website. The form would collect basic information like their email address, which is going to be what they'll use to sign in with, and a few additional information such as their name and phone number. Now, once they submit the form, what Codeiros will do is we'll create a customer account that resides only in Codeiros. It will not reside in your ERP. The customer number of that customer account is going to be the user's email address that they entered here. And the customer account will be marked as a consumer account in Codeiros, and this designates that this is a this is a customer account that was created from a public user registering on the website. Now this Codeiros only customer account will contain any orders the user places. It'll contain their profile information and other things under the account, such as any other users this user might decide to add to their account, and so on and so forth. It behaves just as a normal customer account, except for it's obviously only residing in Codeiros and not in your ERP. The next thing that Codeiros will do is after it creates the customer account, it's going to create a user account for this user who registered on the website, and their username will be the email address, obviously, and they will be the owner of that customer account. So they'll be able to sign in, they'll be able to edit anything on their account, they'll be able to view all the information in that account, and as I mentioned before, they'll be able to grant other users access to that account as well. Finally, Codeiros will send an email to the user with instructions on how to activate their account and set a password so that they can log in. Now, once the user sets a password for their account, they'll immediately be able to sign in and start placing orders and managing their account. Now, what will happen when the user places an order under their consumer account in Codeiros is Codeiros will take that order and insert it into the ERP under a ERP customer account of your choosing for processing and shipment. Most commonly, people use the cash sale account for this purpose. So, for example, you'll have many consumer accounts placing orders here on the Codeiros website, and then Codeiros will bundle all those orders to the cash sale account in the ERP, and you can process and ship those orders as normal. Now, when the consumer orders are processed and shipped in the ERP, what Codeiros will do is we'll sync these updates back to the consumer orders in Codeiros so that users can see the latest order status and so on. In order to do this, Codeiros does need to populate a field on the order in the ERP with which consumer account in Codeiros the order belongs to. Typically, the field used for this purpose is the email field on the order. However, you can specify any field you like. When inserting the order into the ERP, Codeiros will simply set the field, for example, email, to the consumer account number in Codeiros. So when updates are made to the order in the ERP, the system syncs those updates back to the right consumer account in Codeiros. So now that we've kind of given a brief overview, let's walk through how this works. So the first thing that we need to do is configure this consumer registration flow. So what I'm going to do is sign in to my operations portal here on content.codeiros.com, and I'm going to go to the settings screen. And first we need to enable the customer registration setting. So let's search for customer registration up here, and then this is the setting you'll want to select customer registration enabled. Let's go to the details and make sure the value is set to 1 and choose save. and that will enable the registration. This will not necessarily enable credit card checkout for these users. There's another setting we need to do for that. So let's go ahead and find that one. It's customer registration cards enabled here. And let's click into the details, set it to 1, and then choose save. Now, just as a note, this does depend on the fact that your system has been configured for credit card checkout. If your system does not support credit card checkout, please consult the Codeiros payment documentation to turn that on. And then once that is turned on, this is the setting you'll need in order to allow consumer users to place orders with credit cards. So now that we've configured these two settings, what we'll do next is set our ERP customer account that we want consumer orders to go onto into the ERP when a consumer user places an order. So we need to find the default consumer company code here, and this setting should contain the company number in Codeiros of the customer account you would like the order to go in the ERP when a consumer user places an order. So I want to use a cash sale account. You can use whatever customer account you want. I'm actually going to search for the one I want. I think it's so here's my cash sale account. Now what you want to do is make sure that you get the full Codeiros customer code here, and then enter it into the setting, and all consumer orders will now get pushed to the ERP under this customer account in the ERP, which is our cash sale account. The last thing we need to configure is the consumer customer ERP username field. Now this is what links orders under that cash sale account in the ERP back to the Codeiros consumer customer account. So you can use any field of your choosing. Most often or not, it's going to be the email field here, which we've already configured. So enter that and choose save. And now let's test out the registration flow on the website as if I'm a public user registering for an account. So I'm here on the website. I'll go to the home page here, and then let's go and choose register for an account. I'm going to pretend I'm a brand new public user here. My email address is julie@codeiros.com, and I'll fill in my name and my phone number. And we see the success message. Please check your email for instructions on how to activate and sign into your new account. Now before we go through the process here, I'm going to show you real quick in the operations portal what just happened after the user submitted this form. So if we come back here and we go to the company screen in the operations portal where all of your customer accounts are, you can see we have all the customer accounts that are in our ERP, but now we'll also have a consumer account as well. If we search on my name that I just used to register, you can see we have a new customer account. The customer number or code is julie@codeiros.com, and the name of the company is my name because I am a consumer. And if we go to the details, we can see this is just a normal customer account. However, it is tagged as a consumer customer account, and we can see the user that the system created underneath this customer account. It's my username here, julie@codeiros.com, and I'm going to be able to use this account to sign in and manage my consumer account that was just created. And if we click into the details and go to the roles, we can see I have full ownership of the account. I'm a company admin. I'm also have the accounts payable permission if needed as well. So let's hop back to the website and continue to walk through the process as the public user would see it. So again, I received an email, so let's go to my email inbox and refresh the page. And I've received a new email here with instructions on how to activate my account. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the link, And let's go through the activation process. So here we'll enter our username to validate our email, and we'll click submit, and it will ask us to go back to our email to get the instructions on how to set our password. So let's go back to our inbox and check for that email. And we have received another email prompting us to set our password. So we'll go ahead and copy that link. And now let's set a password. I'll agree to the terms and conditions and then submit. And my password has been set. Let's click to log in. And now let's sign into our consumer account. Now, as you can see, I am signed in to my account at julietquaderes.com. And if I click Manage Account, I do have a full customer account here. I have no orders yet because I haven't placed any, but I could go and manage my account, add other users if I wanted to this account, and so on. So let's hop back to the store here, and let's walk through how I would place an order. So it would work exactly the same way as normal users who have full accounts. Let me just go to the installation category, and I'll add a product to my cart, and then I'll go ahead and check out. So let's enter my billing and delivery information here. And let's proceed to the payment tab. And now I do have the pay with credit card option here, so I'll go ahead and enter my credit card information. And let's choose place order. Alright, we have our order confirmation screen here, and this order has been placed. Now what will happen is the Quaderes system will route the order to your order dashboard here in Quaderes as usual. And based on your system configuration, either you'll manually release the order to the ERP, or the order will automatically flow into the ERP, and it will get put under the cash sale account or whichever customer account you configured the order to go under, and the order will get processed as normal, and any updates made to that order in the ERP will come back to Quaderes, and the user will see the update to their order as normal. So that's a brief overview of the consumer registration flow. Until next time.